Are we going? Do we need more light? Give it a second. Keeps cutting off my intros whenever I check the audio back. Get on Beybladers. Blade AX here. Episode 8 already. It's moving fast. But I think it's going to be a good one. It should be X and King. It only came out yesterday, my time, so I've managed to avoid. I say spoilers. I don't think it's going to detract from the manga so much that the results are different, but we'll see. I'm going to go straight into the episode, and then if anyone's around afterwards to chat some Beyblade, sweet, because I've got Beyblade stuff to chat about. Haven't got as much to unbox. Pretty much nothing to unbox this week, actually. We have one thing in this. Oops, sorry, showing you all my details probably there. Yeah, I keep doing it. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, keep my hand there. Yeah, this box arrived to me absolutely trashed, like in bits. So gonna have to fix that. But I'll get it open now. Hopefully, it should be what I think it is. It doesn't matter that the box is trashed. I hope. Famous last words. Sorry about the noise of all the bubble wrap in the box tearing apart. There we are. Stickers. We are very sorry about the MS bit parts that I used, and we just know it the day we are sent to you. As an apology, we give you free MSUV sticker. Hope you're not mad about our shop. From Pop JP. That's very nice of them. So, if you tuned into last week's live stream, oops, sorry, they're recapping the gear chips, the gear beasts, or just last episode, sorry. I ordered, should be here actually. I had a Dragoon MS arrive without the cap, but since then I've printed off a replacement part, but I have no Bit Beast sticker to put on it, so I ordered very, very, very cheaply from a local shop on Shopee, and they had the Dragoon MS sticker set. But yeah, in that note there, they when they went to send it to me, they realised that they had used the Bit Beast sticker, so they sent me that what was left on that sheet, and their Dragoon MS UV one, which is really cool. So the Bit Beasts may not line up exactly right, but it's going to be a playable Beyblade, and it's going to look cool regardless, which I am more than happy about, because like HMS pieces are such a pain in the backside sometimes to get your hands on, you know. Like, sometimes it's a real pain getting a the HMS parts you need. What's it called? It's the red one with like a cross kind of blade base. But someone's selling that at the moment, trying to get my hands on it. But now that I'm at the point where the only one I need to finish the Blade Breakers team is a Dranzer, like heavy metal blade. That's kind of where my attention is on at the moment. I want to finish off the Blade Breakers, and then they sent me a Drigger sheet as well. They must know that I really like a Tiger Defensor. That's cool, because I don't have one for my black Tiger Defensor AI yet, so that's actually really handy. Thank you very much for that. Here is the Dragoon MS stickers minus the the Bit Beast, the bit we actually really wanted. They used both of them, both the stickers. But here is Dragoon MS UV sticker sheet that they sent as a backup. So I'm not sure which one I'll use. I might use the Bit Protector style one instead of the Bit Beast style one, just because it's not the actual Dragoon MS UV, and I think it's all the bit protector stickers on my other ones at the moment, my other blade breakers. So yeah, we got it on Drasil, Gaia Dragoon, and Trigger. So it'll keep it matching, it'll keep it in the same style. Check that on there now. And X and King are having their little back and forth. Is King gonna do his little walk around? How does everyone else put their Bit Beasts on? Do you have them like parallel this way, a little bit of a jaunty angle to it? I like to go for a little bit of a jaunty angle. I like them to be able to look straight up that way, so I'm going to do it like this. Hopefully that actually sticks down. Yeah, so this isn't actually the cap I printed in black PLA plus this time to add some extra weight. The PLA is a bit heavier than the ABS, even though it's not quite as strong. It's still very, very strong, more than strong enough for this. But yeah, I primed it white because I've got some white PLA, but it's like this glossy stuff, and I didn't want to use it for this. So that has looks pretty cool. Happy with that. So yeah, all that's left now to get is a Dronza. I'd like to get Dronza MS, but oh my god, you can blame Daimyo GT for this. Every time I ask him where he's picked something up, ask him for the source, it's always Bai, so I downloaded Bai just so I could browse on there. Someone's selling the Black Dronza MS on there. It's something crazy, like a bajillion yen. But if you had the money, just snap it up immediately. It looks so good, like so good. I'm very, very, very jealous of it. But I also saw a regular Dronza MS on there, so that's a bit more attainable. But I'll probably end up picking one up from a seller here in Thailand. There's people with them for sale right now, and they're much cheaper. And I'm looking to play with them. They're not going to be display pieces for me, so I don't mind if they're a little bit battered already. Of course, it'd be nice to get them as mint as possible. All right, round one. Spoilers if you only watch the anime and haven't seen the manga, but we know how this one ends. It's the first time we see X have any kind of challenge, and he gets his proper little what would it be? Gets his little joy face through his mask. It'd be interesting to see if they do that in the anime. I think I used it in the thumbnail for this video. But yeah, pretty happy with my HMS collection starting to grow. Nope, special move time. Is that the teeth linking in with the thing? This looks good. Like, I think I'm part of the gang that's been pretty negative about how the anime's looking, but these are nice little sequences, you know? King, cut your nails. Ooh, battling on the extreme line. We haven't seen that yet. Extreme dash. Here come the Gear Beasts. Am I right? Is it Gear Beasts? Like, I know it's Gear Chips, but are they referred to as Gear Beasts in the 4D system now? I don't know. Oh my gosh! He's doing a little, well, not quite close to a Joseph Joestar there. Oh my god. The open stadiums for the anime compared to the manga. Who was I talking to the other day? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I think it might have been galactic base. Um, but I, I might be saying this completely wrong. Solical Blades. I've been following them on TikTok for ages now. But they've just started posting on YouTube to coincide with the release of this insane, like, anime size, like IRL stadium that they've made. It looks amazing. I believe it is £165 British if you want to buy one, and the shipping cost or estimate is around £40. So you're looking at just over £200 all in for delivery. If you're in the UK, I imagine. Out to me here in Phuket, I imagine might be a little bit more, but looks awesome. And after I say chatting with them, attacking them in the comments for more information. X is having a great time. This boy loves Beyblades. But yeah, after attacking them in the comments, they said that they're going to be doing more runs. So if you miss this one, it might not be. It's not the only one they're going to do, but they're looking at adding in like X gimmicks, like the rail and stuff like that for future releases, which is really really cool. The design of this one currently already has like the what would you call it, like the wedge at the top. So that it stops stalling and forces battle, because in a bigger stadium, like, stalling could be a real thing if it's just like a fast bearing tip just spinning around the outside forever. Here's the rematch. King's gonna bottle it. He's gonna change up his style. Oh well. Oh well. That's an experience. That's just part of the game, isn't it? You live and you learn. How padded is the inside of his helmet? I've been tempted to do some full helmet prints, like cosplay style prints and stuff. But I think it's really important that you get that stuff comfy on the inside, because even though I like printing all these parts, like, I can't imagine having a bunch of these like stuck to my head being very comfortable. Yeah, they're all noticing it. Even Bird's noticing it. Even Bird. So that means what, maybe after this episode we'll be getting introduced to, what was it? It's not Drake. Wyvern. Wyvern Gale. Wyvern Gale, and then Phoenix Feather first, and then Phoenix Wing later. I get so confused about the Korokoro releases. I have no idea if I'm missing my opportunity to get the Phoenix Feather AR already by not picking up the Korokoro that's available right now, or if I do have to wait a bit longer for the the other one to be released, because yeah, I don't want to miss out on it. If I'm honest, I want to get a couple, because I think it looks good. Like, I think it's going to be quite light. I don't know if they did a episode on the Beyblade YouTube channel yesterday maybe about it, and it looks quite light. I don't think they weighed it on there, but it looks quite light. But I think it's got a pretty aggressive design, and it's like similar to Dransword, having the three like wing design. So typically it's going to be a good one. Like, they normally put more effort into like bigger characters and giving them this kind of design. From the looks of it, though, it looks less smash attacky. This is a very smash attacky design, even though it's angled here. It's a very obtuse angle, so it's a very, very smashy Beyblade. But to me anyway, watching that video, Phoenix Feather looks like it's got much more aggressive upper angles on it, which will be cool from a three-winged Beyblade, because we haven't had that in X yet, I don't believe. We've got two kind of really bladed ARs, I'd call them, and that's the Dranza S and Shark Edge ones. Like Shark Edge being quite thick, but a very pronounced kind of like gap here for upper attack. And Dranza S I still absolutely love, very low down, chance to get underneath. I think this is great for ratchet attacks. And there's King just chilling in the middle of the stadium. Yeah, we also have Dran Dagger, but again, if you look at the sides, it's got the upper angle here if it's tilting in like this, but it's still again very, very flat, very obtuse angles on the side. So I think it's quite a smashy, attacky one. But that's good because I think I need more copies of this. I think Rush is very, very good. I definitely want to get my hands on more of those. I don't know when. Do they have it in the Wyvern Gale random boosters? Are there copies of Rush in any of those combos? I don't remember seeing any, but I'd be very grateful to Karatomi if there are. I'm still gutted that I couldn't. I know it's more than a lot of people have been able to, but I'm gutted that I could only pre-order 5 boosters, because that just guarantees that I won't be able to get a complete set, and makes it even less likely that I'll be able to pull the prize bay, which I think looks cool. I'm still, of course, I'm still on the fence, not sure about them because I haven't got them in my hands yet. But the new bits with the teeth going all the way down, really curious about how that will affect stamina. But if it does mean extreme dash tilt launches or some level of interaction with the extreme line when you tilt launch, I think will be cool. Because if it's like, so like Rush, to me, yeah, you can catch it on the extreme line loads and do extreme dashes, but I think what's great about it is it catches a little bit and gets off an attack, goes back to the outside, and kind of, this is like the closest to a traditional attack looking blade from previous gens, in my opinion, because you can get a flower pattern out of it using the extreme line. So like, I think that's really, really cool. So will these new bits, like especially the one for Phoenix Wing, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's like something flat, gear flat, I think. Will that be able to do something similar to this when you tilt launch, because there's enough angle on it? I don't know, maybe like a gear Rush or something where it's got wider gaps between the teeth would be more effective or something like that. And there goes X crushing King, because he, what was that Batman speech? He like looked into the abyss and blinked. Like, King should have stuck to his guns. He nearly had him when he was in attack mode. Well, the drama. But yeah, Rush is a great bit. I'm eager to see what the new gear bits really, really do. Hoping they'll, when are they released? It's going to be a while until the Beyblade channel probably puts out a video for them. Because they released December 27th, I believe. So it's curious to me as well that they're released after Christmas. I know Christmas may not be the #1 holiday in Japan. It's definitely not here in Thailand. Thailand just kind of adopts every calendar's holiday and treats them all about the same. So there's a lot of public holidays here. But yeah, a toy company doing a December release 2 days after Christmas is like, I don't know, Japanese business is different to business everywhere else in the world. Whenever you're interacting with a Japanese company, just yeah, that's not me trying to like say it's a bad thing. Like, it's just like things like Nintendo. I love all of my Nintendo gear. Before this stream, I've just been helping my son play Mario Sunshine. He's going back through the 3D All Stars little trilogy set that they made. And yeah, Nintendo, like, they just do things weird. It's like a game that's a bajillion years old will cost the exact same still as a new one, because they see it as like, oh well, we put as much effort into that as we have this, so it should still be the same. Fair enough, but it just sucks when it's like, ew, Galactic Base, you made it. Thank you for checking in. Am I right? Is it, if you're tuning in from the States, is it Thanksgiving right now? Have I probably chose like the worst day imaginable to catch like an American audience on a live stream? But good to see you, dude. If it is happy, if you are celebrating it anyway, happy Thanksgiving. We're towards the end of episode 8 now, but I've got some toys in front of me to talk about. If anyone is chilling, some more 3D printed projects. Yesterday, always on a Thursday. One prörer hat sut body. It's one of the few days of the week I know in Thai. Always on a Thursday. I didn't know that. Is that because of the TH, like thanks Thursday? There's Team Zuganic walking out a little bit sullen. Fair enough. Take their licks, move on. So what are you working on at the moment, Galactic Base? Got any MFB content coming out soon? Anything that's come out already that I missed? I'm pretty sure I'm up to date. Oh, King's having a jolly old laugh now. He's got a new rival. He's determined. Ugh, pumped up. Alright, let's stand off at the end. I don't remember this happening in the manga. It might have done. But all these little, I keep on mentioning it whenever I talk about the anime, all these little team interactions and bonding moments. I quite like. I think if I hadn't read the manga already, I wouldn't think anything of them. I think like it just makes sense to have them in the story, because I think if the anime went at the pace of the manga, it would probably be lacking in any, not so much character development, but any real expansion, any real introduction on that character, because in the manga we assume a lot more things because of the media it's in, like just the way someone's drawn or something, we immediately just like, oh, okay, I get what this person's about now, which of course is true for the anime, but they can flesh it out a bit more. There's motion, there's things happening. Did they do the handshake in the stadium in the manga? I can't remember. Chopin. But yeah, one thing that I've been, actually no, it's been a pretty cool Beyblading week. Not yesterday, Thursday on Thanksgiving for me over here. Got to hang out and ran another tournament at hashtag Toy for the local kids in Old Town, which was loads of fun. I did my typical. So the first thing we did is like this Beyblade like boss challenge. So I brought a deck of, because it was a burst tournament, 4 burst bays, trying to like ascend them in levels of like difficulty, and in the 5th slot I had hidden Guilty Longinus. So whoever managed to beat the most bays won the Guilty. After we'd finished the challenge, I think 11 kids tried it. Only one of them managed to beat all 4. This kid called Big. He's super serious about Beyblades. It's really cool. Like, he's pretty much got as much like Beyblade X gear as me already, and it's like not easy for him to get his hands on it. But yeah, just like MFB, I have very little burst knowledge as well, so my combos are kind of trash. I got my Lord Spriggan, I think was it Vanguard? bearing. I'm not going to be very good at naming them all, sorry. Astral Knight. I think it's a 6 armor over Mobius. I think. This one I like. I bought this as a pre-made combo by someone, but it's Guilty Fafnir. Is it 2 or 6? All Might. I just like it because it's called All Might. I think that's cool. Yo, Yamale, Etienne, how are you doing? Thank you for jumping in. Good to hear from you. And this is my favorite one. This is the one I pretty much stole from Left Burst, Wind, Hello Kitty, Illegal, Bearing. I want to get a Bearing Drift. That's the red one, isn't it? I think that one's better. I think this one's more prone to bursting, but it's cool and I really like it, and it's got Hello Kitty, so I'm happy. Like, I'm always going to try and make my strongest bay Hello Kitty if possible. So yeah, they did that, and then we did a tournament. We made, so 9 people entered the tournament because we were doing team battles. So 3 members in each team, and we had the I forget what the stadium's called, but it's like the one that for Beyblade Burst that's made for 3 people to battle in at the time. It's like kind of like oblong shape, that oblong shape, and it's got the stickers you put on for 1, 2, and 3. So each team would send up 1 member at a time, and it would be 3 rounds, and each time a player would win that round, they would get 1 point for their team. So they ordered themselves 1, 2, 3. We went through all of them, so 9 battles, tallied that up, and then we did another round of it, and at the end of it we had the winning team. But we didn't tell them this at the beginning of it. The winning team had to then have a all-on-all battle with each other, so the 3 of them against each other, to see who was the supreme champion of the tournament and got the top prize. So the prizes for that one, we did the runners-up all got, it's good prizes, man. All the runners-up got a new X bay, because a lot of them don't have any yet. So some of them got bays and they didn't have any launch yet, so we got a new X bay. And the winner had a choice of random booster sets or an X starter, so he'd get the launcher and stuff with it as well. He chose, I can't remember what the series was, random booster, one of the burst random booster ones, but that's what he wanted. He prefers burst, so really, really cool. And then after we were done with all the burst tournament stuff, the owner cracked out a fresh new BX10 stadium, and we just started having battles, Beyblade X battles. I talked, because a lot of them haven't played it yet, I talked a little bit about the difference with the bits and how they interact with the X stadium compared to like what they would probably be used to playing burst and metal fight. Like, the stamina type bits aren't the same as they were before, because they were more like defense style ones and things like that. And if they're like tilt launching, they're not going to catch the extreme line as much, and if they want to, they need to launch flatter with their attack types. But there's always the risk of KOing yourself. And I was doing some battles with them. I only took 3 bays because they got all their stuff, and I didn't want to like turn up with all the best combos in the world, so I made the kind of like meme combos for this channel. So the first ever one, and I still love this combo, I still think it's probably one of the best, is my Smash Knight Shield 360 flat. It's the first Beyblade X combo I made. I got the Drown Sword and the Knight Shield recolor. Those were the first 2 things I ordered. Actually, no, tell a lie, I got the Cora Stadium first. That just arrived first. And then actually upgraded. I haven't shown you guys the upgrade to my Black Dranza X combo. Before it was on 460 taper for the green bottom, but now I've got it on 560 taper still, but it's the taper from, it's not, is it the Night Shield taper? It's a different taper. It's not the Hellscythe one. I think this might be the Night Shield one, because the softer kind of red was way more like in line with how I feel like the colors would come out with like the 90s 2000 kind of like prints. But yeah, I love this bay, and you can still burst and KO people all the time. It's just really, really light but 560 looks sweet on it, so very happy with that. And I was tempted to try this out with Point, but I don't think Point's very good, unfortunately. And then finally, my last little channel meme bay is my Hell Scythe 460 low flat combo that tore through the tournament on Daimyo GT's channel. So that was like my boss Beyblade for them to battle against. So I just did a load of battles with them. Thought I was going to be teaching them a little bit about Beyblade X. And then I was doing rounds, I think it was it Mix? 8-year-old kid? Absolutely wrecked me. Absolutely wrecked. Like, I think every single round was pretty much him getting an extreme finish. I think he got like 3 or 4 in a row on different combos. It wasn't like, I don't know, it was insane. I've got it on video. I'm definitely going to do something with it, like edit it down and upload it, because it was ridiculous. I think it was his first time ever getting to launch a bay in the X Stadium anyway. And it was against me and he trashed all of my combos. Like, just extreme finish, extreme finish, extreme finish every single time. Just no emotion on his face. Just like, yeah, and what? Like, you expect something different to happen? You think you had a chance? I was like, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. If you missed it already, we've got a sticker and a bit protector on our Dragoon MS from last week. And I've got one of my Shark Crash. I haven't been able to get the video done on these yet because it's been mad busy with Beyblade stuff as well, which is cool. Not just IRL stuff. Been a lot of that, but yeah, Beyblade stuff's been busy too. But got one of the combos. This is my V combo. This is my attack type. I've done a V and a V2 combo to kind of like match the time that Miriam was in. I know she was in G-Rev as well, but like when they hit the scene, I can't find the other one. I don't know where like there's a mess of Beyblades just to my side here, and it's somewhere in amongst that. But yeah, this has come out cool. The paint job is trash. It was done very quickly. Not even that me spending a lot of time on it would make it better, but I wanted to doll it up a little bit for the channel. But yeah, if you haven't already, if you got suggestions of like plastic gen bays you want to see it go against, let me know. Of course, there's Drasil V2. It's got to go up against Max and Ray Beyblades, definitely. But of course, definitely gonna have them both go up against Shark Edge as well. Test out the ABS. So I've been doing some more test prints on stuff, actually, and I don't mind talking about it so much on the live streams because they're not as busy as the videos. I'll do a proper video announcement at some point, but I shared last week like some combinations I've been making with my new Black Dranza V and Black Dranza G ARs that I've been working on with Ultimate Drift. And last week I talked about the base that we had first designed. It was meant to have more of a pointed tip, but I just wasn't getting a good go of it on my printer, so I kind of modified it to try and make it a bit round with some flat on the end. Sent him the pictures to see what he could do with it, and lo and behold, already he sent me back the file, and I've printed this one off. I don't know how well that's coming up on the camera, but it's coming out beautifully. Exactly what I wanted. So I've put this on the VAR for the moment. And my theory with the PLA and stuff like that coming out heavier is working, because these bays actually have like a decent amount of weight on them for plastic gen bays. Like if we were going to look at say for example, I've got a actual Dranza V and V2 here. An actual Dranza V is 33.21 grams, and a bit heavier Dranza V2 33.89 grams. So these ones that are fully 3D printed here and here, so it's 3D printed AR base, and I've got 10 balance, 10 balance in there, and the lightest one, the Black Dronza V, is 35.1 grams, which is respectable. So I haven't even got 10 heavy in there, which I would recommend for the 3D printed bays. And the Black Dronza G is a bit heavier again, 35.8 grams. So I was super happy with those coming out. Yeah, printing has come like a long way. It's so convenient now. I've only I've only been in the hobby myself for a couple of years, so I'm not an expert, but I am trying to get better at it. And even in that amount of time, like the convenience has jumped up like insanely. Like the printers I'm seeing people get like for home setups now, like even if I'm just watching like a hobby YouTube channel or something, and they're talking about a sponsored segment on a new printers coming out. They're crazy, and like some of the home setups with the hubs to have multiple things doing, and just all the little convenient things like on resin, like SLA printing, like having the little tilt things and how to hang your print beds and stuff. The auto leveling, you can get auto leveling on SLA bays as well, which yeah, it's perfect thing for OG bays. I'm so happy, and like for having creators like, if you've got recommendations for others, I'd love to check them out. I've definitely tried to find as many as possible, but having makers like Ghostmaster and stuff like that, pumping out like loads and loads of stuff, ARs, blade bases, bits for X, D makes from like other gens, burst parts and stuff like that, MFB parts. It's like awesome. One thing I haven't done much of yet, which I do want to do, is get some of the anime style ARs printed off. I know a few people have made things like that as well, but Ghostmaster's got a bunch, and they look really cool. So yeah, and some of them are like really like crazy janky, but like true to the anime, like the Dark Bladers. So like in the original series, there was like these vampires, werewolves, like Mummy and Frankenstein Dark Bladers that were like kind of bad guys for about 10 minutes, and then they were just like comic relief. Were only like good Beybladers again when they needed to be for like some backup in like an episode where all of the previous enemies are like their friends to team up against something that's happening with the newest bad guy kind of thing. And yeah, their Beyblade designs are wild. They're like, they look like stakes and spikes and big blades and bats and stuff. But yeah, he's made versions of all of them. So at some point, I'm definitely going to be doing like, I don't know, like the Blade Breakers versus the Dark Bladers or something like that with those parts. Right now, though, I do have a few a few ARs of his that I want to get printed off soon. I still don't have my own copy of Frostic Dranza, so I want to get that printed off. I want to get the AR printed off for Grip Attacker. The only one I have at the moment is broken, which sucks. But I really want to, because I'm not a good painter. I've got a few minis and stuff that I've painted over the years that I have a little bit of pride for, that I think are passable. But I'm not a good painter. But what I do want to have a go at is printing off something like a Grip Attacker AR, and then trying to paint it in an anime style. So it's got that kind of shading, line edging and stuff like that. I watch a lot of creators like, is it Lucen, on Instagram, and they do like insane paint jobs of like either something like a Dragon Ball model that they've printed themselves, or like an action figure. They prime it all up and then like paint it to look like anime style, like shade, and it's amazing. So I won't be able to do a big thing like that, but I might be able to do the edge highlighting and like line work on something like a Beyblade. That might be within the realm of what is attainable for me. Oh man, OG Beyblades. It's crazy, man. I love them so much. It's having my cousin, older cousin from the Philippines over recently. Just reminded me of how obsessed I was when I was a kid, because that's still the thing they bring up whenever they see me. It's like, because like my nieces and nephews and that, they call me Tito Rick. So they'll be like, "Oh, Tito Rick, you're still playing Beyblades? Oh, Tito Rick, Beyblades. He likes Beyblades." Like, that's still what I'm affiliated with, which I'm not sad about. I'm not angry about that at all. I'll be affiliated with Beyblades. That's cool to me. But yeah, very happy with the job that he's doing, making these new parts for me. Like, this is like exactly what I wanted. It's kind of a semi-flat, um, but I figure Estranza, it's a balanced type bay. Um, they're always balanced types. Normally they have a gimmick where you can switch between like attack or stamina kind of things. So yeah, I like this a lot. The other thing I want to do is for the Black Dronza G AR that I've made. We've got he's already made the engine gear, and I have the engine gear for the actual Dronza G. So it's not got a working engine gear or core in it, but it's the right shape and proportions and stuff like that. And I've got a bunch of Dronza G ARs already printed off, and I think that might look cool with that. So yeah, the other big part that's come along a long way with this project. Don't know if I'll be able to show you through my phone here, but I finally got the stickers, so I need to get the proportions done. I won't show you the bit beast. I'll keep that bit under wraps for now. But I've got the sticker sheets for the Black Dronza G and the Black Dronza V. I just got to get these sizes right. I know I can print off versions on sticker paper and do it like that, but my thing is I'm trying to recreate as close to as possible right now the feeling I'd get when you'd get a new OG like back 10 shoot Beyblade box. So you'd get it, all the parts would be on like the little plastic frame. You'd snap them off, or if you were sensible, you'd cut them off. I never cut them off because I didn't have a set of my own little pliers like that until. Actually, no, I would have had them around then because I had some Warhammer and stuff at the time, but just impatient. You'd just be on there like twisting it off and like trying to push it through and then break your bit chip like straight away. But you'd get them on the little frame. You'd have to like slot all the parts together. Now, if I was opening one up, I'd be there with like trimming everything neatly with my scalpel, shaving everything down really, really neat and tidy. But it wasn't like that when I was a kid. Just bust them off, like stack all the parts together, do the stickers, probably get them wrong, probably have bits of stickers missing on one, really mess up on doing the eyes. The eyes would be like almost as bad as when I try and hand paint eyes on like a Space Marine or something. They'd be like all over the place. But yeah, I'm trying to make that. I don't know if I'll be able to do them on like the little frame, but having like an AR, a weight disc, a blade base, all there with the sticker sheet and stuff, I think would be really cool in like a little package like that. And if it's something that I could get in a box anywhere near the aesthetic of like the OG Beyblades, that'd be really cool. They did a great job of the Dranza S box for Beyblade X. That like really kind of like captures that style. So something along those lines would be really cool. It'd probably be, cause I think it would be on a lot of the random boosters that they would do. It would be a kind of black and white or grey tone like box. So doing something like that might be possible, and it would suit Black Dronza. But yeah, that's the end goal, and this isn't like the only iterations of this I plan on doing. It's just this is where we're starting. This is prototyping, but I've had some battles with this or with each of these, and I think they're great. I really like the combos I've made here. This is the Black Dronza G one. It's got wide defense, weight disc. It's got a customized blade base, it's got the Circle Survivor support parts, and it's got the um, bearing shaft from Warburg. You can probably hear my wife and my kids going then. But yeah, I think this is a great combo. I love this. This is a lot of fun. Um, and yeah, oh man, it'll be so cool to actually get Beyblade stickers on them. But that's where I was going with it. I know I could just get them and get them cut out, but I want that feeling of just peeling off the stickers and putting them on. So my friend who runs a few different tattoo shops out here recently had some stickers made up, and they're amazing quality, and they've got the kind of finish and like the sturdiness you'd want on like a thing like this. So I've got their contact information now. I'm going to see what kind of sample sizes I can get from them, because this is going to be the annoying part, is figuring out how big they need to be to actually fit on here, because everything's in proportion. Ghostmaster's giving me the sticker sheets in proportion. Yeah, tiny. That's the thing, because I'm there like on my phone on like Pages trying to set up the thing to be like, guess this much. And I'm like, I have no idea, and because I don't have a printer in the house, I can't just print off a couple random sheets and check. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere, get some just make a sheet of like a million different sizes and cut them all out, find whichever one's closest, and then do like a sheet with a bunch more, and then it's gonna be a bit finicky like that, but that's fine. That's a day's work. I'll chalk that up to that'll be a day's worth of work. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with those. I want to get part 2 of the only Beyblade worth buying kind of series done ASAP. I think what I'm gonna do, it'll be a much longer video, but I think I'm gonna do the second half, the light heavies and the heavies, straight into that semi-final, straight into the finals, and like a summary and roundup, because I wanna get that done soon, because that video realistically is only relevant until Phoenix Wing comes out, which again is at the end of next month. So it's like what, 4 to 5 weeks until then. So yeah, like still got a bit of time, but yeah, it'd be nice to get it out soon, because I've got a backlog of stuff. I want to get this Shark Crash video done, and I want some time to work on getting these stickers sorted for this little Black Transit project. So hyped to see Phoenix, like Feather and Wing. Of course, like Feather's gonna be really, really cool, but the release of Wing, 3 new parts. We haven't had 3 new parts from a release in a little while, have we? Because last month's we already had those ratchets, didn't we? There were no new ratchets last month, I don't think. And then months before that, we had a couple things like Viper Tail and Leon Claw that were all new parts. So yeah, we get a new ratchet, which is great. Get a new bit with completely new gimmick, which is cool, and new AR, and the same with Wyvern Gale. Does Wyvern Gale come with a different ratchet? I can't remember. Does that come with like a 980? I don't think so. But Phoenix Wing, all new parts, and super heavy. Do I think they'll change up the stadium? 100%. 100%. There's only so long that they're gonna get money out of recolors of the stadium, and I think they've got all of their stadium designs probably planned out already. I imagine there'll be no more gears. Ooh, possibly. I mean, possibly, but they'll have to find a new way to like accelerate it, and I don't think they'll have a stadium without the extreme line, but I think they'll release bits, and Beyblade releases without gears on them, so it'll be like, you know how we have like gear flat now, it'll probably be something weird like smooth flat or something like that, I don't know. they'll do things like that, I imagine. Um, but yeah, for the stadiums, I think we'll probably see something. Uh, is it called the Slingshot Stadium? I can't remember, but it's like one of those burst stadiums, and it's got like two kind of like lines there. I've seen a lot of people get some rip cords and turn them into extreme lines already. So I think we'll probably get something along those lines. I wouldn't be surprised if I'll grab the stadium and make it a bit where I got one. Yeah, grab this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get one with one of these on each end, something like that. And we have like the pockets for like being knocked out either side here. I think that would make sense. That would be a logical step to take. But yeah. And it'd be cool to see some kind of, I'm not saying like big elevation, but there's again, I'm sorry about my burst knowledge, and I think this is a Hasbro stadium as well. But there's like a green and blue Hasbro stadium, and it like kind of goes up. Like, is it called like X-Rail or something in the anime? I can't remember. But I think something with like some kind of like elevation, not coming out of the stadium, but coming up where it'll catch the line to get height before it drops down. So it'll probably still be this similar design, but sloped. Yeah, the double-sided thing probably would be more fair in competition, because then you're not getting advantage of which side you're on, being able to catch. But I don't know if that will be a problem once left spin bays are a thing, because you're probably going to always pick your left spin combo if you're on what the opposing side, the what we call the weaker side now, I guess, for Beyblade X. But yeah, I'm excited to see what stadiums will come out. I hope there aren't too many, because they're normally the more expensive. Like normally the more expensive part of the hobby to get, like stadiums. So I don't want to have to buy too many. I've only got, I say only got, I'm lucky to have two extreme stadiums at the moment. I would like to get one with a green extreme line, so I can finish doing the design I want to do inside my one. I really want the black stadium from the battle entry set, I think it's called. Yes, at tournaments at the moment, like, you do one battle one side and people normally twist it round to do on the other. I didn't do that when we were doing the demos at hashtag toy the other day, because I was on the weak side, so I was just like, everyone just smashed me. I just wanted them to have fun, because I think for everyone there playing that day, other than myself, it was their first time playing in one of the extreme stadiums. They had been playing with what Beyblade X stuff they had already, so it was a mix actually. Some of the kids for Beyblade X stuff had all real new Takaratomi parts, and some of the kids had just a couple fakes. Some kids had a mix of Takaratomi parts and the flame fakes and stuff like that. Oh man, it'd be great if they could just imagine if companies like that just did convenient things for you, like packing all of the toys inside the stadium like this and just saving loads of room. I'd love that. Just anything to bring shipping costs. Yeah, anything to bring shipping costs down. Like the shipping costs I paid for my Mall of Bays. Is it Mall of Toys? Sorry, not Mall of Bays. That's Zangi's one. Mall of Toys pre-order, which I still haven't got my battle pass. I still have not got my battle pass, and that stopped me from doing so much content. Bai are great. I'm very lucky though, because of my positioning. Amazon Japan is like immediate. A lot of sellers here in Thailand get stuff very very quickly, and I'm not having to pay as high a price buying from people in Thailand and Japan as I am if I were to order something from the States or in the UK, even before shipping. So I'm very very grateful and lucky about that. Even if I weren't able to get it here, my family in the Philippines would be able to pick stuff up for me, because again, it's similar situation for them there. That's one thing I do want to do actually. I don't want it to leave it too much longer until I go back to this. I haven't been back to the Philippines to my family there since 2017, so I want to get back there. And Beyblade is huge in the Philippines, so I'll definitely be jumping to a mall or something to do that. But yeah, hopefully soon I can get to Bangkok and jump on one of the G3s. I want a chance to win a genuine gold night shield. But that does remind me, one of the other videos I'm desperate to get filmed and released soon is my second review of the Flame Fakes, because especially after the tournament on Thursday, I've seen the Beyblade X fakes in action against real ones, other fakes, mixing the real and fake parts and stuff together. So I've got a much more well-rounded view of their performance, and especially things like their safety and that now. So I definitely want to do an update on that video for sure, because yeah, they're some of them are cool. I'll save all my opinions really for that video, but yeah, they're pretty cool, and I'm not sad about the kids using them at our tournaments. Like if they were the same kind of weak ass like metal you'd get in the MFB fakes, I don't think we'd be able to entertain the idea of them using them in any of the like tournaments and stuff like that we do. But that's not the case. I haven't seen a single shatter or break on any of the fake bays like that with the metal parts at least. So no worries and issues there. If we were to ever do something like like a WBO or something like I've got my membership or whatever on the WBO, but if I'm honest, I'm kind of out of the loop with what goes on there. If we were able to set up something like that, then of course we'd have it like legit Takara Tomy parts only, or if we were to host something more legit or whatever. But if I'm honest, this is just a step up from kids like hanging around a base stadium regularly. It's just some random like me turns up every now and again with some prizes and organizes it a bit. It's just good fun. It's exactly the kind of way I like to play. But yeah, these fakes seem good. Like burst fakes, if I'm honest, the worst out of all the fakes I've seen. They're so janky and inconvenient. Like burst as a system is quite finicky. It's not that there's lots of moving parts to it. Like nothing's gonna have more parts to it than like back attention shoot, but it's finicky, it's awkward, some of the ways things get constructed and stuck into each other. So I don't think they did a good job of replicating most of those fakes, at least the ones that I've seen personally. Some of them work absolutely fine, I'm not saying that, but I don't think they're great. I think whereas the MFB bays, the metal was cheap because it was just lead or something like that, the burst ones, and probably one of my biggest criticisms of the X bays, actually the Fates, is the quality of the plastic. I don't know a lot about injection molding plastic. I think they use ABS for real Beyblades, so I imagine they're trying to do ABS for the fakes as well, which wouldn't surprise because it's not like an expensive material necessarily, ABS, but the plastic always feels more brittle, like more aerated. I don't know if more air gets into the the molded process if it's not sealed as well, and that's what affects quality. But like say with like this is a ABS 3D printed one because they laminate the layers like hot layer on top of hot layer and stuff like that. They glued the weakness in this structure is always here, like worrying about it like peeling apart wherever the layers go on top. But there's no air between it. It's sealed. It's flat, so it's solid. This is like 100% dense. Like I use 100% infill. It's very thick, and it'd be the same with high quality injection molding. Like they'll squirt all the plastic in there, and when it sets inside the mold, there shouldn't be any air in that mold, and it should come out fine. They'll have like little like spaces and things like that in there to help prevent things like that. But when quality control goes out of the window a little bit, maybe with some of like the process of making the fakes, and they haven't got the best injection molding equipment and stuff like that, I feel like there might be like air or something getting in the mix. Maybe it's just like the mix of how they're building their ABS plastic or whatever plastic they're using. So yeah, that would be my biggest criticism. Otherwise, actually no, that's not my biggest criticism. I'll say my biggest criticism for the video. But yeah, I think they're cool. So if you're using them, crack on using them. Like, but yeah, my 3D prints are going well. Beyblade tournament was a really good fun success. The kids had a great time. I'll upload a video because it's got that awesome energy, especially during the team battles when there's three of them in the stadium at a time and all their teammates around them just shouting. They're like, "Wah!" As soon as they went around, TikTok dances come out. They're happy little kids. But yeah, I'll get some videos of that or some clips of that definitely compiled together, and I think we'll end it there. Thank you very much if you tuned in, Galactic Bays. Thank you very much for joining in as usual. It's been good chatting and catching up a little bit. Look forward to your next release, and we'll do another live stream next week for episode 9. I might try and keep this kind of time slot as a regular thing. It's about 10 a.m. it kicks off for me here, so yeah, gives me plenty of time to get stuff sorted in the morning on Saturdays. Thank you very much, Galactic Bays. I will catch all of you soon on the next one. Peace.